right. All right, good day, everyone. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. If you can register for class through upindy.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10 and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website. Today's class is open flow. It is a level 1, level 2. If you're working with any kind of specific injuries, please modify or skip poses altogether. Always making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. Sorry, I got a little bit tongue-tied there. All right, let's sit up tall. Palms face up. Fingers come to Jnana Mudra. Thumb and index fingers touching. And as you ground evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine. And start to let your inhales even out with your exhales. And through the breath, let the mind start to quiet. And whenever you're ready, Ujjayi breath, ocean's breathing. With a slight restriction to the back of the throat. Create the ha sound as you inhale and exhale. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer in front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihyandraha, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes and let the palms face up again. Fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side of the head. Pull gently to elongate. There we go. Stretching the left side of the neck and the shoulder. And then gently draw the chin toward the right shoulder and continue to pull gently to the back of the head. Release, back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And then chin toward the left shoulder. Release, back to center. Drop the left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side. Roll it back, opposite side. Roll the center. Go in that same direction a few more times, bringing movement to your neck and shoulders. And take one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction and moving just as slowly. One more giant circle, chin back toward the chest. And then lifting the chin parallel to the floor, a neutral spine. Extending the legs forward, separating your feet, hands supporting to either side of you, and turn your toes toward each other, and then roll them out. Draw in, roll out, draw in, outer rotation, circling the ankles. And take it back to center, switch them around, inner rotations, opposite direction. And come back to center again. Cross your shins, but take the opposite shin on top. So this is your non-dominant crossing of the legs. You might feel a little bit awkward, a little bit tighter. Inhale, take the arms up high, extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Stay twisted. Raise your right arm up and overhead. Tilt toward the left side for the right side stretch. Take back to vertical. Wrap the right arm to the left knee, crossing at the arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Now, once you draw forward, you can round your back as much as you need, right? And then with your hands, pull the knees toward each other. And that will start to activate your arms and your shoulders and spreading the upper back, the mid back, and the lower back. Keeping arms crossed, inhale, come up with eagle arms. So keeping arms crossed. Inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, round forward 3 times. Inhale, roll up, elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, round and forward. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Now, if you can, touch your hands toward the floor. If you have even more range, it could be your forearms touching down. Inhale, roll back up to vertical, keeping arms. Twist to the right. Press your right arm up against your left. Take it back to center. Twist to your left. Inhale, back to center. Release. Extend the arms out and up. Exhale, twist to your left. Left hand behind you. Right hand to your left knee. Stay twisting. Raise your left arm up and overhead, reaching toward the right side for the side stretch. Take it back to vertical. Wrap the left arm over your right, grabbing the right knee, and then rolling forward. And again, pull the knees toward each other, feeling a sense of broadening throughout the back. Inhale, come all the way back up, eagle arms, so your left arm stays on top. Inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, round it forward 3 times. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, round it forward. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, round forward. Stay forward folding. Again, if you can, touch your hands or your forearms toward the floor. Inhale, take it back up to vertical. Exhale, twist to your left. Press your left arm up against the right. Inhale, back to center. Twist to the right. Back to center again. Release your arms. Extend out and up. Exhale, side bends. Right hand down. Left arm overhead. Keep that side extension. Reach your left hand to the upper right hand corner of the room and extend. Notice as you let the left shoulder descend, you're getting much more stretch into your shoulder blades, the upper back on the left side. And take the shoulders back to stack. Come all the way back up, switching sides. Left hand down, right arm overhead, and stretch. With your right fingertips, reach for the left hand corner of the room. Let the right shoulder start to descend a little bit. Take the shoulders back to stack. Come all the way back up. And then extend the legs forward, forward fold. You can grab your feet, ankles, or your shins. Come back up. Separate your feet about match width distance. Left hand to the floor, right arm up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach forward, grabbing the inside of the foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold even deeper. So if that's stressful for your left calf, you can bend your left knee a little bit or just go for less stretch so they can get something, but not to the point where you're feeling a little bit of stress, okay? Yeah. Okay, because I saw you kind of like move a little bit, so I just want to make sure that you're not overstretching, that it's too stressful for your calf. Inhale, come back up, switching sides, right hand to the floor, left arm up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach forward. Grab the foot, lengthen again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take it back up. Let the feet separate a little bit wider. Press your left hand to the inside the left leg. Extend the right arm out and then stretch a side bend over your left leg. Now release that just a little bit. Square over your left leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. This time, grab the outside of the left foot and then right hand to left foot. Switch hands, yeah. And then go a little bit deeper if you can. Make your way back up, switch sides. Press your right hand to inside the right leg. Left arm extends out and overhead and side bending. Lift up just a little bit so that you can square off over your right leg. Left hand to grab the outside of the right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Make your way back up. Let the legs go even wider. Left hand to the floor behind you, right arm forward, and bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. One more. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Stay twisting. Right hand to outer left leg. Left hand maybe goes further back and twist deeper. Then start to glide the right hand further forward. Again, forward fold. So we're going progressively and working at different angles. Alrighty, take it back up. Switch sides. Right hand to the floor. Left arm forward. Bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist, stay twisting. Left hand to outer right leg. Maybe adjust your right hand further back and deepen that twist. And then start to slide that left hand further forward. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, deepen that fold. Take it back up, square back to center, hands, outer rotation, slightly behind you. Lift your chest, broaden your shoulders, lift the gaze upwards. Now keep that slight upper back bend. Look forward, press into your fingers, and leading with your heart center forward, start to draw into a forward fold. Now once you reach your max, you're going to stay there and take a few breaths. And within that next few breaths, maybe your muscles start to release and you can get a little bit more out of it. Now, if you're ready to go further forward, you can adjust your hands to come further forward. And then keeping that lengthy spine, just inch your way forward. All right, start to walk it back in. With your hands to your inner thighs above your knees, pull up and your knees will bend. Soles of feet together. Let the feet come further forward into Tadasana, grabbing the inner feet or threading the arms underneath. Inhale, lengthen. And this time, when you come forward, you can round your back as much as you want. And start to release. Make your way back up. Step the feet to the floor. Have your feet about 2 feet ahead of you. And then pivot to your heels. Support with your hands behind you. And just gently windshield wipe your knees side to side. All right, the next time you draw your knees over to the right, let the knees come down, sit up tall, and twist to face the back of the room. Square back to center, twist to face the front of the room. That's right. Square back, hands come back to support, windshield wiper your knees again, side to side a few times. Next time you draw your knees over to your left, dropping your knees, sitting up tall, and twist to face the back of the room. Keep the legs, square back to center, counter twist to the right. Back to center, supporting with your hands. Once again, windshield wiper your knees, side to side. All right, come back to center. Move your left heel further forward. Take right ankle to left knee, and then step the left foot back in and sit up tall. Make sure you flex your foot. There you go. All right, so whenever you're taking a figure 4 with your legs like this, right, you're putting a lot of stress to your outer knee joint. So that's why it's important to flex your foot so that you're engaging the muscles around the ankle joint and the knee joint so that when you put that pressure, you protect the joints. Right, so that's seated, standing, anything, you're taking this figure 4 shape. All right, release, switch legs. Right foot comes down, left ankles to knee, flex your foot, and then step the foot in. Good. All right, release. Extend the legs, and then draw the legs back for down dog. And start to pedal out the legs. Walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose, around the spine. Kick it up, open up the hips and bend the right knee. Re-extend the right leg, step it forward. Warrior 1, ground the back heel down, arms up high. Warrior 1. Inhale, lengthen your front leg, raise the arms up higher. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up, keep the arms reaching. Bending the front knee to warrior 1. Open it up, warrior 2. Same thing here. Lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. You can modify elbow to the knee or the hand to the floor, left arm reaching up, side angle. Inhale, come back up, reverse warrior. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle. Right hand to top of the shin or to the floor, left arm up. Take it back up, reverse warrior. Reverse triangle, and then bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, 1 breath, exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Keep the hands alongside the rib cage. 3 progressive cobras. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So your belly and your lower ribs stay on the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Belly, lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms for Cobra, take it. All right, so if this is a little bit too deep for now, you can always bend the elbows to accommodate for flexibility. And then lower all the way down, child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Take it back to down dog. Second side. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips and bend the left knee. Re-extend the left leg, step it forward. Warrior 1, back heel comes down, arms up high. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bending the front knee to warrior one. Open it up, warrior two, and same thing here. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Left arm up and back. Side angle. Elbow to top of the knee or the hand to the floor for the full pose. Right arm reaching up. Inhale all the way up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg. Triangle. Hand to top of the shin or to the floor. Right arm up. Inhale all the way up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee. Hands to the floor. Left foot stepping back. Plank. Inhale one breath. Exhale lower all the way down to your belly. So again, 3 progressive cobras. Lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower arms all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, arms all the way down. Inhale, even higher. Full extension of your arms if you have it. Bhujangasana. Lower all the way down. Child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick back up, stepping your right foot forward, warrior one. Take the left hand to grab the right wrist, extend up and side bending to your left. Nice, so the back heel can come down for warrior, yeah, easier for you to balance. Take it back up, switch hands, extend, side bending to the right. Back to center, wrap the hands back behind you, interlace, gaze up. And then when you're ready, bow forward, devotional warrior. All the way back up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Reverse warrior, extend it, side angle. Left palm face down, reach forward. Half bind, left arm up and behind you. If this is easy for you and you want to go for the full bind, thread the right arm underneath the right leg, circle back behind you to bind. You can release your hand, yeah, and then grab the other hand. Yeah, that's right. Inhale, release, come all the way up, reverse warrior. Lengthen out the right leg, extended triangle, left palm face down, reach forward. Reach your left arm forward. Yeah, extended triangle. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back plank. Inhale one breath, exhale chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. Left heel up. Left knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm in touch. Kick back up. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Right hand, catch your left wrist, extend, side bending to the right. That's right. Take it back up, switch hands, extend, side bending to your left. Back to center, wrap the hands back behind you, but take the opposite interlacing of your hands as your non-dominant. Lift up, gaze up. Bow forward, devotional warrior. All the way back up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Right palm face down, reach forward. Half bind. Right arm up and behind you. If this is easy, you can go for the full bind. If it's already too tight, stay in the half bind. The left arm goes to the inside and under, and then right hand behind you. There you go. Release. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg. Extended triangle. Right palm face down and reach forward. Inhale all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Right knee in toward the nose. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee to the outside of the right arm and touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist, touch your left arm. Kick it back up. Stepping your right foot forward, warrior one. Hands together in prayer. Interlace your fingers and press your palms forward. Lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, press forward, and twist to the right. 3 times. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward, and twist. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward, and twist. Stay twisting. Right hand behind you, half bind. Left arm, outer right knee, and twist. Release your left hand to the floor, to the inside of the right foot. Lengthen out the right leg, and twist again in a revolved triangle with a half bind. Raise your right arm up and toward the front. Extended, revolved. Right hand to the floor. Frame your right foot with your hands. Pyramid. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward over that right leg. Bend the front knee. Come up. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back, plank. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Hold in chaturanga. 3, 2, 1. Up dog. 3, 2, 1. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Left knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist, touch your right arm. Kick back up. Stepping your left foot forward. Warrior one. Hands together in prayer. Interlace, but take the opposite thumb on top and press your palms forward. Yeah. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward, twist left. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward, and twist. Square center, lengthen, reach up. Bend, press forward, and twist. Stay twisting. Left hand behind you, half bind. Right arm, outer left knee, and twist. Release your right hand to the floor, to the inside of the left foot, and lengthen out the left leg and twist deeper. Stay twisting. Raise your left arm up and forward, extended, revolved. Left hand to the floor. Frame your left foot with your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward in your pyramid. And bend the front knee, circle it up into reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor. Left foot stepping back, plank. Stay in plank. 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. 3, 2, 1. Up dog. 3, 2, 1. Down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Open up the hips, bend the right knee, and flip the dog. Roll onto outside the left foot. Drop the right foot back behind you. Flip it back around. Right leg up. Stepping your right foot forward. Crescent moon. Left knee comes down to the floor. Now, if you need extra padding to your left knee, you can always take your mat left side towards center, and that will double up your mat. Otherwise, hands to top of the thighs. Lunge forward. Press your hands into your thighs and think about your belly and your upper torso leaning back and gently looking slightly upwards, right? So you want the back of the neck to stay supported. Once you have your back bend and your legs are set, arms up, Venus Mudra. And then wrapping your hands back behind you, interlace your fingers and deepen that back bend and the shoulder opener. Release your right arm to right leg, left arm overhead. Now, if you have better extension and you can take the right hand down for the side stretch, you can take that. It might be too much of a reach for some of us. Otherwise, modify. All right, let's switch sides. The left hand to the floor, right arm up to the and overhead. Take the right hand to the top of the right thigh, bend your left knee. Reach your left hand back, grab that foot if you can, other hand. Now, once you have your foot, kick the foot away. Keep the hips leaning forward and the foot kicking back. So you want oppositional energy, right? And then raise your right arm up and back. So this is your mermaid one. You might want to also draw that back knee further back or the front foot further forward. Yeah. So the wider you go, the lower you lean the hips forward and down. That will give you a better position to balance on. The right arm up and back. There you go. Now kick your foot further away from you. Yes. Right, that's the bow effect into your arm, which gives you the stretch into your arm and your shoulder. Now, if you can manage, you take it a little bit longer, switch hands. Right hand inside the left foot, reach your left arm up and back, so you're taking into a rotated position. All right, start to release. Hands to either side of the right foot, tuck the left toes under. So taking pyramid again, but this time your left heel is off the floor. So you're in a lunging position of your pyramid. All right, so this is a nice release for the left knee, also for your lower back from all those back bends and the sustained back bend. Half moon. Bend your right knee. Right hand comes forward about a foot, a little bit up to right side. Tip forward to balance on the right leg, left arm up. Now, if you're shaking the pose, keep the gaze looking to the floor. That will help you sustain the balance a lot better. There you go. Nice. Now, if the balance is easy for you and you want to bind, bend your left knee. Grab the outside of the left foot with your left hand. Keep the gaze looking down to the floor. Right? So if this is easy for you as well, you can take both hands to your left foot. It's a free hand balance. This is your full expression of your sugar cane. Otherwise, one hand is fine, is good enough if you want to just keep. That's okay. All right, it's the first time back. You are tight, so that's okay. All right, let's step back for warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back. Let's lower all the way down to the belly. Sphinx pose. Walk your hands forward. Forearms down. Grab opposite elbows to line up with your shoulders, and then forearms come back to parallel. Good. Now, also check that your shoulders and your elbows are lined up in a vertical line. If your arms are too far forward, you're going to feel like you're collapsing. It's even worse if your arms are further back. So you want vertical arms. There you go. So then now you can feel like your chest can lift with support through your arms. So as you press your belly and your lower ribs toward the floor, that will flatten your lower back. Press your forearms down, lift your chest, and that will deepen your mid-back bend. Gently looking forward to the floor, slightly ahead of you, so that the back of the neck remains long. All right, let's lift. Press your hands into the floor. Lift the elbows up. Keep the belly and the ribs reaching toward the floor. So you're still deepening that mid-back bend. Now, if you want to take this deeper, bend the elbows, walk your hands back, one hand print. Keeping the elbows bent, you're going to circle the shoulders forward, up, and as you come up and back, lengthen out the arms, lift a little higher. So the higher up you go in your Cobra, the lower your back bend. Now, if this is good enough, stay here. If you have one more in you, bend the elbows. Walk your hands back, one more hand print with the elbows bent. Circle the shoulders forward, up, and as you draw up, lengthen out the arms, and then draw the arms back, the shoulders back. Bend the elbows, lower all the way down, nice and easy, and slow transition back into child's pose. Stretch your lower back. So we took a very long back bend, very deep back bend, so you want to go slow in your forward fold. All right, when you're taking deep flexibility poses, you do not want to whip forward, back, or side to side too quickly, right? You want to go slow, allowing the muscles to release. All right, down dog. Left heel up, open up the hips, bend the left knee, and flip the dog. Roll on to outside the right foot, drop the left foot back behind you. Flip back around again, left leg up, three-legged dog, crescent moon. Step the left foot forward, right knee comes down, and then again, take extra padding as you need. So once you have the foundation, you want to lean the hips forward deeply, stretching your right quad, right hip, right psoas. You want the left knee to line up with the heel. Vertical shin will give you a strong structure. Press your hands into your thighs, lean the upper torso back, gently looking up. Once you set your back bend, arms up, Venus Mudra. Then when you wrap your hands back behind you, take the non-dominant interlacing of your hands and deepen. Side bend. Left arm to the top left leg. Right arm overhead for the right side stretch. If you have better extension, left hand can come to the floor. Take it back up, switch sides. Right hand to the floor, left arm overhead. All right, then take the left hand to top of the left thigh. Bend your right knee. Reach back to grab the outside of the right foot. Now, once you have the foot, you want to kick the foot away from you. When you kick the foot away from you, all right, that stretches. I take a break. All right, see, good. There you go. Kick the foot away from you, and that will stretch your arm and lean your upper torso back. That's your counterbalance. Your hips are moving forward, upper torso leaning back with tension, and that gives you the counterbalance here. All right, if you have it in you to rotate it, go ahead, take your break. Opposite hand and foot, left hand to the inside of the right foot, right arm back. Let me just stay there for a second. All right, let's break. Hands to either side of the left foot, pyramid. Tuck the right toes under and lengthen over your left leg. Now, if you're able to, the back heel is up this time. You're in the lunging position. Yeah, lunging variation of your pyramid. All right, so you can take pyramid with your back heel up in a lunging position or the back heel down in a warrior position. All right, and that gives you a slight rotation into your hips. So depending on your flexibility and what you're doing, those are two options. All right, half moon. Bend your left knee. Left hand forward about a foot, look up to left side. Shift it forward into your balance. Now, once you're feeling pretty steady here and you want to bind your right hand to right foot, you can take the half variation of your Shavasana. You can take both hands to your right foot for the free hand balance, and that is your full expression of your Shavasana. Alrighty, let's break. Step it back. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Again, Sphinx pose. So grab opposite elbows for shoulders width, forearms back down. Check your shoulders and your elbows line up, 90 degrees with the arms. Once you have your arms set, press your belly and your lower ribs toward the floor to flatten your lower back and find the extension. Press your forearms down to lift your chest, deepening your back bend. Now let's turn the cheek over to the right. Look past your right shoulder behind you. Take it back to center. Look toward the left. Back to center. Gently look up, tilting your head back, stretching open the front of the throat. And then chin toward the chest. Looking down, stretching the back of the neck. Come back to neutral. Lift the elbows a little bit so that you can move your elbows out of the way to lower your chest. Walk your hands back. Child's pose. Feet toward the heels, nice and slow once again. Take it back to down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Fallen triangle. Right leg over to your left side. Raise your left arm up and extend. Take the left hand down to the floor and lower your seat. So you're on the outer right leg, inner left, and you're getting to a 90-degree angle. All right? So you're going to square to face forward. Walk your hands forward, and again, the shape of pyramid. Take the right forearm down, take the left arm down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Draw the left shoulder, left elbow more toward the floor. Right shoulder back in space into a deeper twist. All right, so that's a very deep mid-thoracic twist. All right, let's take it even deeper. Lift the elbows up. Keep the right hand on the floor. Thread the left arm underneath, and as you bend your right elbow, left shoulder, left cheek toward the floor. Now, you may not be able to touch all the way down. That's okay. Looking good, though. All right, so these flexibility twisting poses seem to be pretty easy for you, Vanessa. Yeah. Yeah, so you were looking for stretch, so I decided to do a lot of stretch for you. All right, so, and you look like you're managing them very well, so that's good. All right, start to lift back up. Walk your hands back in. Then tuck the left toes under and raise your right leg back up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand for lizard. Now, if your hips are very flexible, then keep your right toes pointing straight forward. If your hips are rather tight, you might want to turn the toes out at an angle, and the right side also turns out at an angle. Then walking your hands forward about a foot, and then lowering your forearms if you can manage. So this is your lizard pose. Gently let the left knee draw down toward the floor, untuck the toes. So this is more of a passive lizard, whereas with the toes tucked under, knee off the floor is a more active lizard. Just allow the hips to keep moving forwards and downwards, and allow the breath to help you release. All right, lift the elbows up, walk your hands back in. If your toes are pointing forward, turn the toes out at an angle, 30 to 45 degrees. Let the right thigh also turn out. Your left hand can actually go a little bit wider. Raise your right arm up and behind you, half bind to twist. Keep the hips leaning forwards and downwards. Allow the right shoulder to draw up and back. Then raise your right arm up over the right ear, tilting toward the left side. And then thread the needle, right arm underneath your left, and as you bend your left elbow, right shoulder, right cheek toward the floor. And it's okay if your shoulder and cheek does not touch down, just hover in space and supporting with your left hand. So it should be a very nice, deep right hip stretch, as well as an upper rotation of your spine and the stretch of your right arm, right shoulder blade. All right, let's walk back in. Turn your right toes back forward. Lift the left knee. Ground the back heel. Warrior 2 into reverse warrior. Stretch it out. And then hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Fallen triangle. Left leg threads under to the right side. Lift up and reach your right arm overhead. Then take the right hand down, lower your seat. Your legs are 90 degrees. You're on the outside of the left foot, inside of the right. Activate your legs. Square forward and start to take the left arm down, right forearm down, coming into Sphinx pose. And then once you settle into the pose, think about grounding the right arm, right shoulder toward the floor, and left shoulder back to deepen your twist. All right, let's go deeper. Press into your hands, lift the elbows. Keep the left hand on the floor. Thread the right arm underneath and start to bend your left elbow. Right shoulder, right cheek toward the floor. All right, press into your left hand. Lift back up. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the right toes under. Kick your left leg up. Three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand. Lizard. Outside the left hand. So again, if your hips are pretty flexible, keep your left toes pointing forward. Those of you who need a little bit of help, turn your left toes out, left thigh out. That will make it easier for you to take the lizard. Walk your hands forward about a foot and lowering your forearms. Now, if you cannot take your forearms down, you don't have the flexibility, that's okay. Keep your arms extending. You want to just keep your hips moving forwards and downwards. So with your right toes tucked under, right knee off the floor is a very active lizard. Now let's take it passively. Right knee comes down toward the floor, untuck the toes. So it is the same shape, but without the right leg in an active position is a very different passive hip opener in your lizard. Yeah, most people do. Alrighty, press into your hands, lift the elbows up, walk your hands back in. Now, if your left toes are pointing forward, turn your left toes out at an angle. Left thigh also turns out. Your right hand can go a little bit wider if you want. Raise your left arm up, half bind. Left hand behind you, and let the front of the left shoulder draw up and back to deepen your twist. Keep the hips lunging forward. Left arm up and over the left ear toward the right side, so it's a side stretch. Thread the knee, over the left ear toward the right side. Yeah. And then thread the left arm underneath the right. I apologize if I said it in reverse, if I confused you. Okay. Threading the left arm underneath your right, and as you draw the left shoulder, left cheek toward the floor, you're going deep into the left hip and getting the stretch into your outer left arm, left shoulder blade. All right. Press into your right hand, lift back up. Turn the left toes back forward. Ground the back heel, come up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Inhale, right heel up, pigeon. Draw the right knee in, land the shin to the floor. Inch your left knee further back. Also then walk your hands back, elongate through the spine, make sure you're nice and level. And then once you're set in your pigeon, you can make your way forward. You can stay in your forearms. You can make pillows with the hands and rest your forehead. Yeah. I use asanas and also kin stretch, functional range stretch and movements for fluidity and mobility. Oftentimes, like athletes, right? They just do a lot of strength things and they don't do enough mobility or flexibility things. So this is a way of using drills, using repetition to bring movement and range into the body. So that one is also good for you, I think, as well. Yeah. So both this one and that one, I think, is appropriate for you because, especially right now, you're just kind of getting back in and you want flexibility. That might be a really good one for you. But it's less asanas and more drills. Like, you know how we were doing this stuff before, right? So it's kind of like that. That's not really a yoga posture, right? That's movement and mobility. So it's kind of stuff like that. Yeah. So I use that kind of stuff to and repetition to bring more range into the body. So you know how at the beginning we went this way, and that way. So every time you do something, you create more range, right? And so that's what I do with the mobility flow. Yeah. Yeah. So think about that one as well. That's a good class for you. All right. Actually, let's come up and swing the left leg forward. And center your seat. You're probably off to right a little bit. Draw the right heel in a little bit closer and intersect your left heel to the right ankle. And you're going to tilt over to one side and the left seat will come off the floor a little bit. Right hand to support, left arm up, inhale, lengthen, exhale, forward fold. Now, if you have pretty good range and you want to take a half bind, left arm around the left shin, or if you have the better extension to take the full bind, you can wrap the hands back behind you and then forward fold from there. That's right. Good. Start to release. Come back up. Keep the legs as they are. And twist to your left. The other way. Yeah, keep the legs there. So in twisting, right, we often do the active compressive twist first, which is this one. Then once we get a few breaths in, then we keep the same positioning of the legs and we go the opposite direction, and we call this the more passive twist, a more open twist. Come back to center. And again, adjust your seating so you're nice and balanced. Grab either side of the left foot and extend forward. Good. We tend to all kind of round like this a little bit, right? So I want you to think about lifting your chest, leaning the head back to come back to a more neutral position with your spine. Good. Then start to shift back toward the sacrum, free up your right leg, and then extend the right leg if you can and balance here. If you can sustain this balance and do a free hand, arms up and hold. Keep the legs separated. So when you force your legs to work independently, it's a lot harder. And I do believe you are an athlete and you like it strong. You look like you like strong practices. So I definitely don't want to baby you. I want to push you a little bit. Even though you're just coming back, I can see that you can do more. I don't want to baby you at all. I want to give you what you want. All right, start to cross your shins, roll forward, and come back to your down dog and walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness, second side. Left leg up, draw the left knee in, and land the shin to the floor. All right, so adjust for your positioning, elongate through the spine, make sure your hips are nice and level. Once you're set, you can make your way forward. All righty, start to make your way back up. Walk your hands back in. Take the left seat down and swing the right leg around and center your seat. You're probably off to the left side a little bit. Draw the left heel in a little bit closer. Intersect the right heel with your left ankle. And again, you're tilting your weight toward your left side a little bit. The right seat comes off the floor. Another important point is to try to keep the right shin vertical so the knee lines up over the heel. All right, left hand to the floor. Right arm is up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach forward and fold. All right, so this might be good enough in this simple forward fold, right? If you want to take a half bind, right arm around the right shin. If you have the extension to take the full bind, take the full bind behind you, re-lengthen on the inhale, exhale, fold. So how far you get toward the floor all depends on the flexibility of your spine, your hips, your lower back, as well as the length of your torso, right? All right, start to release, make your way back up. Grab your right foot and extend forward. And again, adjusting for your spine, right? If you tend to round a lot, lift your chest, Lean the head back slightly and think about a neutral spine that is at an angle. Then start to shift back toward the sacrum, free up your left leg, and extend the left leg forward. Now, for those of you where the full extension of the bottom leg, your left leg, is too difficult, you can always bend your left knee, right? And that will always make it easier for you to balance here. All right, if you can free up your hands and extend the arms up and hold, stay here. And cross your shins, roll forward, down dog. Walk it out. And start to walk your feet forward towards your hands and gently take the feet down. Seated spinal twist, left heel comes in, right leg over. Yeah, right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up, exhale, twist to the right. All right, so here we go again. A compressive, active twist. Keep the legs as they are. Inhale back to center. Exhale, counter twist to your left. So this is your passive twist. Come back to center. Switch legs. Right heel comes in. Left leg over. Left hand behind you. Right arm up. Inhale, lengthen. Other arm. Exhale, twist to your left. Keep the legs as they are. Inhale back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Back to center again. Extend both legs forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Right? I was just about to say, this one should feel a lot easier because you're way more open than when we first started. And so oftentimes, how yoga teachers sequence things is they put all the movement, all the heat at the beginning of class and all the stretch at the end of class because you want the movement and all the poses to help you stretch the muscles so that when you get to the flexibility, it's a little easier. Sometimes I flip it around, which is what we did today. I did stretch at the beginning. What I notice is that sometimes when you do some of those stretches first, when you get to the power poses, like the warrior sequencing or the sun salutations, and then you get into the deeper stretch within those poses, it gets easier because you went the other way. Right. Yeah. 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 It works both ways, but I think a lot of the times that's what most sequencing is, how sequencing is mostly done. All the heat stuff at the beginning to open you up for the flexibility. But right? That's right. That's right. All right. Start to come back up. Let's take fish pose. Walk your elbows toward the floor, lift the chest, modified fish, and just let the head draw back. So this is the opposite direction. We're going from a forward bend into a back bend, and we're going to go back to hips a little bit. All right, lift the head, come back to a seated position. Let's check the time. Okay, we have time. All right, let's take ankles to knee. Left heel draws in and take the shin to parallel the front of the mat and flex your left foot. Then you're going to take right ankle on top of the left knee. And then center your seat and same thing. So the right heel comes forward a little bit. Nope, forward. Yeah. So you want it to be at the ankles and the knees, okay? And you want your shins to be parallel to each other, almost like two burning logs, right? All right, so flex both the top and the bottom foot. Support with your hands. Lengthen, inhale. Now keep that lengthiness and start to tilt the torso forward, and you're going to start to go into hip flexors. So go easy. Yep, all of these groups. All of these groups. Yep. So there are different parts to your hip flexors, right? I don't know all the names to all the different parts, but this general area and all the groups of muscles here are your hip flexors, right? And as you breathe into it, as you adjust into the stretch, maybe you can go further and further forward. Now, if you have the range, right, you can walk your hands forward. You can take your forearms down if you're able to reach. There you go. Hopefully it feels intense, but not too intense. You feel a good stretch. Good. All right. This is about as far as I can get. These are my flexors working. Right, so these are figure fours again with your legs, right? And you're putting pressure to your outer knees. So that's why it's always important in any figure four pose that you do flex your feet to engage the corresponding ankle joints and knee joints, or muscles around the ankle joints and the knee joints. All right, let's start to ease your way out. Now, the hip flexors are quite intense right now, so you want to support the legs. Yeah, support the legs and extend forward. Then hands to either side. As you extend forward, you want to flex and point, and that will help you ease out of those joints, right? Good. All right, so initially coming out of it, it's like, so you have to support the legs, and then once you support the legs extending forward, then you want to flex and point to neutralize. All right? Once you're ready, second side. Draw the right heel in. The shin is about parallel to the front of the mat. Flex your right foot. Adjust your seating accordingly, and then take the left ankle on top of the right knee. And again, flex that foot. Make sure you're nice and stable. Good. Hands supporting to either side. Inhale, lengthen. And with that lengthiness, very slowly, mindfully, hinge at the hips with a neutral spine to draw forward. All right, once you reach a max, you're going to stay there for a few more breaths and see if you can go more, find more depth before you come forward with your hands. All righty. Start to make your way back up. Support the top leg. Extend. Support the bottom leg. Extend. And flex and point a bunch of times. It's very satisfying, even though it's kind of torturous sometimes, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Flexors, yeah. Yeah, so you just want to work toward that edge. So there's a difference between good pain, right, and good intensity and bad pain. So you just don't want to cross over to the bad pain. We always get a lot of intensity going into the hip flexors in that way, right? So make sure you work at your edge, but don't go past and hurt yourself, because it can be problematic if you go too far. And then just kind of breathe into it. And it's really, sometimes it could be almost kind of stressful, but you just want to make sure that you work with a good pain. But when you come out of it, it is so satisfying. It feels so good to the hip flame. So, all right. Supporting with your hands, lower onto your back. Let's take a reclining twist before we finish up. Left knee comes in, keep the right leg extended. Left arm out to a T and twist to the right, reclining twisting. It depends. The mobility class is quite popular. It's not like 40 people in here. It's like 6 people. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can check out both. I think both could be appropriate for you. In All right, come back to center, switch legs, switch arms, and twist to the other direction. Right knee comes in, left leg extended. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, some people like to just get their exercise out of the way and have the rest of the day to either go away or just do stuff. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I'm really specifically hoping to gear that class toward athletes, because I do think that more kind of intense athletes need more stretch that they're not getting. Yeah. Although I think a lot of athletes are talking more about stretching yoga and stuff like that and functional range. So I think altogether it's a good thing. Yeah. 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 Check it out with your friend next time if he's also talking about mobility and stretch with exercise. All right, come back to center, hugging both knees in for Shavasana. And then when you're ready, step the feet to the floor, slide the legs forward, Shavasana, find a relaxation. Let the feet separate, toes are turned out, arms alongside the body, palms face up, and eyes are closed. Beginning to draw your breath back in. Start to move your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. And then when you're ready, roll over to the right and come up to a comfortable cross-legged. Let's take your non-dominant shin on top so that you can use your non-dominant hip and knee a little bit more to even out with the other side. Reconnecting to an even seat, lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Cheng, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time.